In the middle of the night, the man wakes up to go to the bathroom. Suddenly, 2 thieves broke into the house. He just grabbed a golf club and called the police. They were discovered by them. The thief pointed at the gun. He put the phone down and meekly handed over cash to save lives. The man said the money was on the plate on the table, but it's all change. The thieves clearly didn't fit their eyes. They stole the man's watch, but accidentally reveals the tattoo on the wrist. At this moment, the son suddenly protested. Struggling with the other thief, the old man swung his golf club. Maybe he could take out the thief, but hesitated to act. He ordered his son not to take risks. The child let him go. The wife heard a noise running outside. I see my husband so weak. You can only pray to the thieves. Take all you can, as long as everyone is safe. The 2 thieves cursed and left. The man hurriedly locked the door. Your weak actions made your so? I can't understand. Dad, what are you doing? Even the police make fun of you. It's ironic that you should lock your garage later. In the heart of the wife rises resentment. Why did you marry such a coward? This makes the relationship between husband and wife was not harmonious. More and more cracks. Even when they sleep, they have to use separate pillows. Like a man. Is it really cowardly? Not at all. His name is, he was a top CIA agent. Before the assassination mission, you disobeyed the order to spare the target. And then this goal was achieved, getting married and having kids. Living a happy life that H greatly admired. So I also decided to retire early. Living a normal life. 25 hours a day to the accounting firm. Be home on time and cook for the kids. Boring life has eroded the feelings of husband and wife. It also wears away your sharpness. Until today, when 2 thieves broke into the house, H chose to be patient to protect his family. But he makes his son think his father's a coward. Your wife has a bias against you. Only the little girl who always loved him. Whenever I go out, I don't forget to hug my dad. H silently endured all the following. When my family left, I was angry. I missed breakfast and didn't eat it all. The neighbor heard that his house had been stolen. He said he was lucky the thieves didn't come to his house. Otherwise, tell them hands. My wife works in the same company as H. Give your brother-in-law a gun? Tell him to protect his sister and nephew? H got the gun. Hand put in the box of cookies in the refrigerator. In the face of so much doubt and ridicule, H, don't mind. You're just protecting your family in your own way. Back in the office, I locked the door. Turn on the secret radio in the yellow cabinet. The voice of the contact is also retired. Just like you did last night, the land was very fast. The contact wants to know what happened. It said the thief was a male and a female about 30 years old. The woman holding an old gun hadn't fired in a long time. The bullet is empty. That's why you didn't. Although the family is safe, this makes H drowning in infinite sadness. The violence inside you is about to explode. In the evening when I come home, the daughter said that her cat bracelet, it had disappeared before. It was in a change plate, so the thieves must have taken it. My daughter is H's favorite. I can't take it anymore. He went out to the nursing home to find his father. From the box, I took out my father's expired ID and a pile of cash and a handgoo. I see my son getting back in shape. In the eyes of the old man, flashes of light. H to every tattoo shop. To find people with bird tattoos on their wrists. All the shops said they had never seen it. I keep asking people one by one. This tattoo shop owner seems to have a background. The old soldier next door was more observant. Tattoo shop boss glanced at him and realized that his ID had expired. The picture above is not H. He thinks he's got a fight in his stomach today. Then he raised his steel fist. The 2 girls in the back are also itching. And, calm down, get cash out. Say you just want to find someone? Don't want to cause trouble. Old soldier sees tattoos. The card on your wrist, you immediately reverently say, thank you for serving the country. You're also a teammate. The old soldier locked the door and closed the window. The owner of the tattoo shop immediately understood. The person in front of them is not someone they can afford. How can I help you? I'm looking for this guy. According to the clues, H, find the target house. The thieves were a Mexican immigrant couple. H doesn't say many words. He directly hit the man in the head with a gun, asking them to return the watch and the cat bracelet. The woman hurriedly returned the watch, but they've never actually seen the bracelet. I am angry that I have to teach them a lesson. He pushed the man down and fired a gun. Right now from the next room, the cry of a child. Open the door to the room and see. The couple's child was born ill. They steal just to cure you. Esh immediately put away the gun. Does not make this family difficult anymore. I don't know where to put it, but anger builds up in my heart. You just have to punch the wall. Image transferred to the bus, because it's the last bus. There were only 3 passengers in the car. It sadly came home thinking this angry fire. It will never explode. Who suspects a Vietnamese car has stopped the bus? Then the drunk guys got out of the car. Look, Ra's been drinking. They're banging on the car door like crazy. The helpless driver had to open the door, singing in the last row. In my head echoing the Happy Sia hymn. Drunk cars carry bottles of wine in their cars. Grabbing a book in a passenger's hand and stomped on it mercilessly. The passengers understand. The dog bit the shirt and had to swallow this. Drunk cars don't let go. Continues to tease the young girl with her immature face. A strange smile stood up and walked past them. She looked at me with eyes for help. H goes straight through the car compartment. He picked up the phone the driver was going to use. Police. Very politely invite the girl out of the car and close the door. And you yourself stay. You take the 6-drive revolver, you take out all the bullets. I'll kill you. The kids laughed. Think that one man is enough to deal with this old man. Then the braidhead goes first. H firmly bear a punch. You need pain to stimulate your instincts. His wild, then he took 2 more punches. H started out, pushed down the braided head and threw a punch in reader. The 6th man sneaks. I can't believe this guy's head is harder than a fist. The drunk cars fell down one by one. Their accomplice pulled out a knife and stabbed H's waist. I tried to take the pain back with a punch. They played dirty and beat the council. Too many hands alone, so H kicked out. But the drunkards are no better. Some people's eyes explode, some people's faces are bruised, but that's just the beginning. I put the watch in my hand, draw the dagger deep into the flesh. Next is the main screen, like a wild animal out of a cage, to attack the drunkards madly. I was about to lose, so the drunkards hugged me. The 4 of you threw me out of the car. They're moaning endlessly. People who lose their teeth break their noses. H stood up and walked back to the car. Cut the seat belt tied to the arm. She took the opportunity to get out of the car. He showed an aggressive face as if he wanted to eat fresh, swallow alive. Drunk cars are dead. They're coming at you. H takes it all. You described the conflict fighting for them. He killed a man who tried to use a gun. But H didn't flinch, continued to break the handrail. He dropped his weapon, and then repeatedly attacked the head. The thug fell to the ground, began to have trouble breathing. Looks like his windpipe's been ruptured. H doesn't want to commit murder. Even their sins are not to the point of death. So I picked up a soda bottle from the... He slashed a hole in his throat with a knife, and put a straw in to help him breathe. H seems to have poured out all the depression for the past 25 years. But the trouble comes along, because the thug, he's Yulian's brother, Russian mafia boss. The doctor said his brother had severe brain damage. The situation is not so good. There is a high probability that it will not be saved. He was very angry and grabbed the chair. Enter the next hospital room. Don't say no. That threw straight at my brother's friend. Ask him what happened tonight. When you know these useless people are alone, a man defeated. He doesn't trust the guy who beats them. What are you kidding? You got angry. Slammed the junior in a row with a chair. He knows his brother is bad, but flesh and blood can't choose. He must avenge his brother. First name Braids. He picked up the Kier man's bus card. There's blood on it. After the tendon movement, I was in a much more relaxed mood last night. My son asked me where the wound on my face was, but H doesn't explain. Others are even worse. His father praised his son for being brave last night. The boy thought about his stomach. Did my dad take the wrong medicine today? At this moment the phone rings. Your contact has caused a lot of trouble. Of the people you beat up last night, one was Yulian's younger brother. Calls longer than 30 seconds can be tracked. The contact asked H to meet the barber. He'll tell you who Yulian is. At first, I didn't mind going to work as usual, but all that day I was flying. In the afternoon, the contact continues to text. I urge you to go to the barber. When you see me, you will thank me. I have to go to a barber shop. That's where your intelligence comes in. Secret agent. The barber gave me a brochure. It shows that love is a dangerous person. There are many resources. With antisocial personality disorder, it's typically a great villain, but he still holds it. The mafia has hundreds of millions of dollars in cash flow. It seems like a good job. This also means that he'll have to work his whole life to look after it. Look at this huge amount of money. At the same time, Yulian is also investigating HS condition. Split the bus. This guy is just a middle-aged man. Normal, very normal. But the average Sao person can fight 6 at a time. Yulian asked her to continue the investigation. The assistant has friends in the Pentagon. Acquaintance receives blackmail mail. Enemy. Ask him to investigate H's identity information, or I'll release a hot photo of him. After entering the name, the system displays. Unable to log I, he immediately went to the secret archive, finally found the document about H. However, most of it has been hidden by the pen. Only one word clearly displayed. Acquaintances send documents to the enemy. The assistant is afraid of turning her face. Hurried to pack up and leave. I don't do it anymore. No more salary. Good luck. You realize that this person was not ordinary. He ordered his men to act first. They say they have to catch alive. Family evening H. I'm enjoying lasagna. It's delicious. Suddenly there were cars stopping on the opposite side. Punchline. Tell me the enemy is right in front of you. H. Hurried the family to the basement. Ask your wife not to call the police. Then close the door and fight. Armed full-body assassins approaching H. Disconnect the power supply to the house in the dark. The assassins turned on the flashlight simultaneously. Fired a shot at the lock that broke in. Very well coordinated tactics. You can see they're very professional. However, their goal is more professional. H hiding in the corner of the wall. Suddenly swinging a baseball bat knocked out 2 guys. Then he broke a stick and stabbed a guy in the chest. Moves flexibly into the kitchen like a ghost. He kills the enemy with a sharp knife. Finally, he wiped away the blood stylishly. Take advantage of the home. He killed many assassins, but even if you're alone, again have to face the potential dangers. Unpredictable assassin used a stun gun to make you faint. When H and pull me in the trunk, when I woke up, I found my hands handcuffed backwards. I broke my thumb. Easy to get out of control. And then I tried to get my knuckles back in pain. Get the fire extinguisher in the trunk. Use mouth pull safety latch. He pushed the dry powder spray cup holder to fill the car compartment. The car lost control and crashed into a roadside light pole. H was seriously injured and all 3 assassins were killed. I found the key. Open your handcuffs and run home as hard as you can. I was about to open the basement door. I found dead bodies in the house. I looked in the mirror and saw my face full of blood. I don't want to threaten my family. Take a hot bath to clean yourself. The moment you open the basement door, your wife is amazing. One hand he gripped his wife, the other covered his daughter's eyes. So, I can't believe this is my father's work, but the truth is clear in front of us. It turns out that my father has been waiting for time. H. Put his family in the car and told them to go out for a few days. Your husband wants you to explain, but now's not the time. I just asked my wife to trust me again. After everything is done, I promise I'll explain it to my wife. After the family left, he opened the game console. Inside are all the possessions you've hidden. Pierce the hornet's nest, then let the storm come even harder. He lit his house on fire and drove the Dodge Challenger. 1,972 lives of neighbors. The V8-9L engine is a ground plane. He called his father and the war escalated. The mafia might find you. I sing to you to be careful, but I worry a little too much. Because the old man is not the right type. Soon 2 assassins sneak into the nursing home, but he came to give up his life. The assassin held up a yellow desert eagle. The old man suddenly opened his eyes as fast as lightning, grabbed the bolt jams at lightning speed. Then he pulled out the raw hunting gun and executed each of them. A caretaker rushed into the room, but from her point of view, a man gagged the killer. Old man is just watching action movies. Key controller TV. The older the ginger, the hotter it is. That's so bad, son. Of course it's no less. I used 10 gold bars, acquisition of building materials company, prepare for the coming battle, sharpening bullets, inserting nails into glass bottles, adjustable gas filling drill hole buried grenade, guns and ammunition filled the office, then he brought a tank of gas, alone into the lair of the mafia. It can be said that meeting the murderer, meeting the Buddha, killing the Buddha. In an instant, the mafia assassins were killed. He poured gasoline into the fire hydrant. Trigger the fire alarm so gasoline fills the vault. This is the rain all over. Then you light $100 million. My eyes turned to dust. Image moved to the nightclub. The EU is drunk CA singing on stage. H calmly ate Tet steak under the audience. The EU comes in front of you. Dare to enter his territory alone. I admire the courage of the enemy. But H is not reckless. In fact, I'm ready on the table. A directional mine. Enough power to flatten this place. H, make a request. I'd like to talk to Julian alone. Julian ordered the juniors to disperse. 2 desperate men face-to-face exchange. I frankly said that the assassins he sent, it's all been destroyed. Not only that, you burned the mafia's black funds. According to H, Julian wants to get rid of that mess. Now the opportunity has come, they can stop fighting. Everyone lives the life they want. Later, the river water did not violate the well water, or decide to fight. H issued a warning tonight. I'll wait for Julian to decide outside. But Julian is a boss. How can you let others provoke you? And then he has a nose. H carried the mine calmly through the crowd. Get in the car and wait for the news. I prayed to Julian to stop. That way his men will lose a few more lives. Clearly Julian chose false instinct late in I. You burst out. H pedals strong foot, turn the car into the opposite lane. Face with Yuli. They looked at each other with close eyes. The war is about to break out. After a choking chase, it succeeded, luring the enemy to the EU Building Materials Company, fired from a submachine gun. The bullet went through H's shoulder. I fall to the ground. The enemy continues to shoot. If there's no surprise, you'll be shot into the hive. But right now, the glass upstairs is crumbling. The window shows the black barrel of the gun watching the contact. Harry risked his life to save her. M24 sniper rifle with 80 sight support. Each shot kills one. At the same time, the old man showed up with a handgun. Your father went to war, under strong fire. Get 2 people safely into the factory. Old man cursing. I miss these days of bullets flying around. We've got to do a game tonight. 2 father and son divided attack for surprise enemy. H press button grenade crush press machine. The top killer died. Harry sets up a sniper rifle on the stairs. He shot another at close range. When the enemy comes, they accidentally step on a trap. The other 3 were thrown up and stunned. Harry is like a naked angel. A bullet went through 2 guys. It doesn't matter if it's scientific or not. The last one was wrapped in steel. Harry shot with a nail gun. The killer flew out the window. Make a perfect transition. The old man shoots well. It moves and shoots very accurately. The gunfire echoed and the enemy fell one by one. It's just hit back into a room. I thought I was in despair, but it's actually open. Behind the door is a secret service. Waiting for the enemy to come in, he decided to ignite. Chain reaction is really burning. Finally, 3 people reunited. Slow motion image. Combined with melodious background music, this is a romance for men. The assassins were destroyed. Only Julian survived. This guy can be the boss, not just by luck, but also because of its notorious brutality. With just a submachine gun, he almost turned the tide, but he's forgotten the law that villains have to die. 3 people ran out of ammunition, only to hide. Behind the machine situation, 1,000 pounds hanging hair. H. Take out the last directional mine. I decided to risk my life to win. He glued the mine to the tempered glass. Holding the glass as a shield, charging straight towards Julian. I held my hand in my mouth and I was determined. Julian could not be more dead. H. has an aura. The main character is only slightly injured after the battle. I can't help but think this time it's a little too much, but I have to admit, it's pretty impressive for those who have retired for a long time. You can even fight such a beautiful counterattack. This life was worth it. Let the 2 of you leave first and I'll stay, cleaning up the battlefield. The FBI brought you in for questioning. The investigator asked who he was. H quietly lit a cigarette. He said, "I'm just a normal person." At this time, 2 investigators received a call. The air becomes tense. After half a minute of silence, the investigators hung up one after another. This ordinary person has a non-trivial background, not someone they could be guilty of. The movie ends here. The value of a film lies in its reputation. The value of a movie review lies in the feeling. Today's story ends here. Thank you for watching the movie. How do you see this movie? Please comment below.